Hello! Welcome back, everybody. This is all about comics. We're doing some comics and cold ones for the first time in forever.
Forever.
And I am joined tonight, as always, with the infamous Pope G. But we didn't go solo tonight. We also brought Tat Comics with us. How you doing, brother?
Doing good, man. Doing good.
I love your background. Like seriously, I was just staring at all the different stuff in your background.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, your setup is awesome. Like my
Yeah.
shit's still a wreck. I'm still like going through like my. I'm almost done though. I got like maybe. I know it sounds crazy, but I think I got like 10 more boxes to go through. But like that's good.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you guys. Well, I know Pope. I know you watched the reunion of the 9.2 crew.
Oh yeah.
So I watched it on the rewind, and one of the guys on the panel, Master X, he showed his comic wall that he had built with some like I think
Oh
it's
yeah.
J channel or J something to that effect. And that's my goal this weekend is to get that. I'm gonna start building one of those for my room here.
Oh sweet
So
deal.
this is pretty cool. I was like, dude, that doesn't look too difficult. I can handle that. And uh,
Mine would probably look all like cockeyed, like my
well,
comic slowly starts sliding off the wall.
there's no guarantee mine won't look that way, but you know, I'll give it a shot and see what happens because I was just like trying to figure out a good way to display, stuff. And I mean, this is my personal space, so I'm like, okay, I could do a wall. And then I was like, well, if I get everything CGC size, how big of a, will CGC slabs fit in the J channel? I don't know because he recommended like a Silver Age top loaders. That's what he was using in his. Um, so which is fine. I got top loaders too. I can put raw books up there. That's not a problem. Probably save me money in the long run instead of getting everything freaking slabbed. But I'm obsessed a little bit. Like it's something about it, man. I don't know. I can't get over it.
Hmm.
But hey, we got Hazel Dam. We got Discovery Bay. What's up,
What's up,
JB?
guys?
Haven't
What's
seen
going
that guy in
on?
a minute. Heck, I haven't seen us in a minute either. So there's that.
Yeah, this is pretty much out in my garage. In the next couple of days, once I'm done with my front yard, I just had to rip out all the grass by hand with the shovel and resurface the ground. But once that's all done, everything you see behind me is all going to change. So I'm going to rip everything out of my garage and redo it. Put some shelves up so I can display things better. Maybe even get some more file cabinets because they actually hold a lot of my stuff a lot better than these boxes that I have. But yeah, but it's a
Yeah,
mess.
I just want to get a little bit, like I'm not going anywhere, with this house, so I might as well start making it my own kind of thing, Like I finally got some of the original art back on the wall, like my Magic Game of Thrones
Hmm.
huge ass thing that's my favorite piece of artwork I've ever had. So, um,
Nice.
and then I can get Tat's artwork on the wall. I got to get a frame for a few more items to get up that original art's just it's nice to have around.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. I have like all my posters from the mid 80s going into the 90s of all my comic book posters that I have that I definitely want to get in a frame and put up on the walls out here because just make it. I'm going to make this garage my man cave pretty much. But I gotta well insulate it, so I can keep most of the heat out because I have about like 4 fans going right now just to keep things, at a mellow pace. Um, I put a bunch of these moisture packets and things so that way, it grabs any moisture during the cold winter season time. So, yeah, that's what I want to do. I'm not going to move. I'm not going anywhere. So I might as well make this garage just my space. Let the kids have their rooms, and this will be my space.
Well, it makes sense. I mean, I think we all kind of have that. I mean, obviously Pope has a man cave, I'm guessing.
Yeah, basically, like it was our computer room when we first moved in, but like I just put all my comics in here and like I just took over, man.
It's been so long that I didn't even think to ask what's on tap tonight, boys. What are you drinking? Anyone drinking anything?
Um, God, I haven't had a beer in a long time, but I'm drinking some watermelon flavored water.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I have one beer for this special occasion tonight. It's I don't know if you can see it. That it's a peanut butter beer.
Oh, nice.
Oh, taking it
Rolling
back.
out.
It's been
Yeah.
forever since like had
Yeah.
a peanut butter beer.
Oh, there's that sound. Cheers. Yeah. It's a good beer. Oh, Jameson and ginger ale. That sounds pretty good too.
Mm.
What do you got, Pope?
I'm drinking Sprite Zero.
That is the opposite of what
I know, I know. But actually, like, you know those like water flavor things?
Yeah.
I take like the lemonade flavor and put a little bit of that in Sprite Zero sugar, and it tastes pretty good.
Well,
It's my favorite thing to drink now.
well, what if you added like vodka?
It'd probably be like a Halloween special.
Yeah, that'd be a whole nother show.
Well, I'll tell you, I didn't. I think I had one beer last year for the whole year. Like, just kind of stopped drinking in general. But this year, I've certainly had more.
I mean, same here. I pretty much quit drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to change the name of the show to something else, I guess. But that's for another day.
Remember things, man.
Yeah, if you ever see me drinking, that's probably the time when I just want to forget things. You know what I mean? But I mean, next show I'll probably have a beer. I just haven't had one in a while. It's because I start my job real early in the morning, so it kind of sucks going to work with a hangover.
I hear you.
Yeah.
No,
So yeah.
I never drink that much, anyways. Like I mean, I've only been drunk 3 times in my life. Like the Halloween special that that Pope referenced. That was one of them.
That was one of them.
And then there was like,
I've been drunk 10 million times.
well, that's I just don't. I never liked the feeling of being out of control. Like I always want to be in control of my actions, and you know, like when you send those unsolicited dick pics, I want to make sure I own that. Just kidding.
That wasn't me. That wasn't me. I promise. Yeah, when I used to do my live streams on Mondays, God, that was my days off, so that's why I drink then. You know, it's just fun. But then I just started realizing I had more empty bottles than I wanted. It just got to a point where I'm like, man, what am I going to do with all this stuff? Recycle it, yay! But yeah, I just got a point where I just didn't care to drink as much. But I mean, if I have a beer now, I'll just make sure it's just one, so I don't get too out of control. You know?
Yeah, same.
Yeah, but beer's good. It's not bad.
Yeah, it's an acquired taste for sure. I don't have any other beverages in my house other than like one beer. Like, I mean, I have my soda, but you know, like water, but I don't have any other adult beverages. How about that?
There you go.
You know, there's no hard liquor. I don't. You know, I'm just not a drinker per se. But you know, we went. We had our days of drinking on this show. Oh,
I have to tell you what. Oh yeah. Yeah. I was just gonna jump back to like the 9.2 crew when they did that that show. I was just like, I just happened to get on YouTube and I started doing some comic book stuff, and then as soon as I looked up, I saw a queue for like them to have a show, and I was like,
right? You're like,
my shit just glitched.
Did my computer go back in time? What the
I
hell?
was like, am I seeing this right? I mean, because YouTube has done some stupid shit, you know, like people who I'm subscribed to before, like would just disappear, and I'd have to find out where they're at. And sometimes, like people that I click the alarm on for notifications, sometimes like I'll catch like their show, and I'll be like, how come I didn't get notified?
Right.
And, like, for some reason, like they unclicked my notifications, and I was like, oh shit. But
Yeah,
oh, go ahead.
I was to say, yeah, I saw that show too, and I got on there. And I remember they were trying to. I don't know if it was they were trying to guess the grade or the penis size of Seeking Near Myth Comics, and somebody I guess guessed it right, and they won a comic book. I was like, oh god, man, that's like typical, but that was a great show. It was great to see like Freddy's, on there with Seeking Near Myth Comics.
Doom.
Yeah, the Doom, of course, but oh man, I'm trying to think. I haven't seen him in a while, but he's starting to make more videos now.
Alex was on there.
Alex, thank you, Alex, the comic book order. Yeah, it was cool to see him on there too. It was just great to see like the old crew, and I can't remember if Kingdom Comics was on there. Was he on that with them?
He
No.
was in
I
the
mean, he
chat,
was in
I
the
think.
chat talking,
Yeah.
but like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't catch it live, unfortunately, but it was a good watch on the rewind, just because I always enjoyed David. He cracks me up. He was the first person on YouTube that I actually ever spoke to, like on a phone call.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I first got started or whatever. He just gave me a call. And then of course I met him at Seattle Comic Con or Emerald City. But he's just such a chill dude. He always, they joke a lot about his perviness and his shit, but that's just David. Like that's one of the things that's he cracks me up. But anyways, he's a good dude.
Yeah, I'm hoping that he might go to the Comic-Con in Portland, because I actually got my ticket and I'm going to go.
Nice.
September, I think it's the 22nd or the 23rd. I'm going on Saturday, and I'm going to catch a ride with Undisputed Frost.
Nice.
He said he got tickets, so I'm just going to catch a ride with him, give him some gas money or whatnot. And there's going to be a lot of good artists there. And I figured this time might just take 3 books for each artist. That way I don't overwhelm myself with all the short box and stuff and carry around a bunch of books. It's going to be a lot of fun. Pete Chimoko is going to be there. Adam Hughes is going to be there. So I got a book in here that I'm going to get him to sign. And I know my Uncle Randy's going to be there. Carl Kessel. And I'm pretty sure some of the Dark Horse guys should be there. They should be.
Who's Uncle Randy? Like, is that an artist?
Oh, Randy Emberlin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Uncle Randy sounds dope.
Yeah. No, he's the funny thing is, the first Comic-Con I ever went to was a small little one, and I met him for the first time, and he was just so nice, him and his wife. And I went to his table because I saw in the background he had the huge picture of like Carnage and Venom and Spider-Man. I was like, oh, okay, I gotta go check this guy's table out, and started talking to him, and then started going to the bigger cons where they finally started bringing in the bigger cons into Portland. And I'd always go up to his table and get autographs all the time. So Frosty, he made a joke, and he says, man, he's always going to see his Uncle Randy. So it just became that thing. So even when I go to see Randy, I'm always like, hey, what's up, Uncle? And he's like, what's up? So he takes it as a joke and he laughs about it. But he's just an awesome guy, him and his wife. They're really nice to meet. And he's got really good prices on his prints. If you buy one print for $10 in color, you get a black and white one for free, same size if you want.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, he does really good deals for people, and he's just a great guy. So I just call him my Uncle Randy.
Oh
you
man.
gonna get that Thanksgiving invite to Uncle Randy?
Well, maybe Chat should be inviting him.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about that?
What
I could see. I can reach out to him, see if he's busy.
I got a turkey leg for you, Uncle.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I text him every once in a while, just see how he's doing. I show him what artwork I do, just to get his advice. And a lot of times he's helped me out with how to color scheme certain things, which is cool. And then a lot of times I send him a picture, and I mean, gosh, everybody knows what it is, but he'll joke with me and be like if I drew a picture of Batman, he'd ask if that was like Bullwinkle or something, just to screw around with me, And I'm like, man, come on, dude, you've been drinking? But the cool thing is like he lives up in Portland. So does Mike Magnola. Oh gosh, Carl Kessel lives up there. I'm not sure if Mike Grell lives up there. I believe that's his name, Mike Grell. Yeah, Mike Grell. I'm not sure if he lives up there, but they all go to this little like jazz bar up there, and they just all love jazz music. So they'll go up there, and every once in a while they'll play with these jazz musicians and stuff. And I've seen some clips of him, doing that, filming these shows, and he's always told me I should come out there and maybe go up on stage and jam with them. I said, heck yeah, I'd love to, but yeah, just to find the time.
Do it, make it happen.
Make the time.
Yeah. I mean, if as long as I got a decent drum set, I'll be able to do it.
Yeah, we were talking before we went on air. My middle child has decided to join band, and she chose the wonderful trumpet.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, someday I may have my head through a wall. But
maybe,
yeah. But at least she chose something. I'm cool with that. Like, she's not into sports like the rest of the crew, so she found something. So she's more artsy and stuff. So it's okay. Like, she'll find her niche.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, my son just got back into playing football this year, so I'm really excited. It's for his middle school, so it's a whole new genre. I mean, there's bigger kids, but
yeah, we just started practice this week. My son, he's 7th grade football, so we'll see.
Yeah, my son's 8th grade football, so it's going to be interesting. I think he's going to be second string quarterback, and then he's not playing middle linebacker, but he said he'd be playing free safety and I can't remember left guard. I think he said he'd be playing those two. But I'm excited just to go watch him play again. It was so much fun when he was little, watching them run with those little helmets, look like little bobbleheads,
That's probably the best example of what they look like, is a whole bunch of bobbleheads.
Hey, look who's in the chat.
Oh,
I can't see.
Bad Avenger. Always got to do his clap.
Oh yeah, gotta give him the standing ovation.
What's up, Bad Avenger? How you been? As I wait for a reply.
Do another video. Do a video. It's funny because I'll see it on Instagram. Bad Avenger will show some of his books, and then I'm like, oh, I'm about to get a video. And it's just like, nope.
Well, probably
I can't say nothing. I've been busy as shit, with work and family chaos, and so he says very, very busy. Yeah, I feel your pain.
Yeah, I haven't done a video in a minute either. Talking to one of my friends, he's like, "You gonna do any more Kickstarter videos?" I'm like, It's a lot. It's a lot of work. It's not hard work, but it's time consuming, right? And I'm one person with many children, and they got a lot of stuff going on, so it's hard to find time. Like it's taken me how many weeks just to get this from the initial conversation.
I feel bad because I'll watch Rig will edit and have this big long video of all this he'll have damn artists popping up and music playing, and he'd have all this information on everything, and here I am shitty camera, shitty light. Here, this is what I got. This. I think we should probably show something. We probably been jibber jabbering for 20 minutes and haven't shown a single comic book.
Okay.
I got a short box here. These are books I'm still just reorganizing and getting some ready for the Comic-Con. But gosh, man, you talk about videos. I'm the same way. I mean, I've been busy with work and my yard, and gosh, kids. And so it's like I try to find that niche, to shoot a video, and I just have it on my phone and I wait to load it up. But my videos are so dang long. I got to shorten them down, because
no, you don't. No, you don't. Wow. I think it's so funny because this is like, I hear like people's like, I'm getting to that 20-minute mark. I was like, no, man. I was like, I love hearing people talk about comic books and showing stuff. Like,
yeah. I'm kind of like, I mean, obviously we can be all nostalgic that we want to be, but like the whole reason I got on YouTube was because of haul videos.
Mm.
Like that was like my favorite thing to watch what people got. I didn't care. The longer, the better. Like, I want something that's going to hold my attention for an hour. That's cool. I'd rather watch that than some shit on TV.
Yeah. Same here.
Oh,
Because I mean, like you're interested in comics, and then like I mean that's what I found a lot of like comics I would have never known if people would be like, oh, I found this, and I was like, holy shit! Like I started watching, Big Elbow, and like, and I didn't know that there was like I have the Matrix comic that came out like as a promo for the movie, but I had no idea like that they came out with like a few comic books, and I was like. And I saw a video of him showing some Matrix books. I was like, what? It's just like, man, I live for those moments of like, man, how did I not know like this book existed? It's like,
yeah, that's like, I never thought about the first appearance of the Hulkbuster, and then I saw somebody post it on Instagram, so I took a snapshot of that cover, so I remembered, right? And I went hunting for that book, never find it. Even went to comic book stores and dug in the dollar bins, whatever I can find, and couldn't find it. And then yesterday, just swung by the old St. Vincent de Paul store. Sure enough, I'm scoping through this $2 box, and there it was. So I put that book, and I grabbed, I believe it's 305. So I grabbed issue 305 of Iron Man, right? So I grabbed 305, 306, and 307 just in case if it spills over. You know what I mean? And so then I grab those books, I go up and I pay for them, and I'm walking out, and my daughter, she's with me, and she just sees me cracking a smile. She's all, "You got something good, didn't you?" I said, "Yeah, I finally found this book." It's like I could take it off the list. And then of course I'm looking it up, and it's 304. They say is the cameo appearance of it. But 305 is the first appearance. I'm like, damn it! Now I need 304 because I've always loved the Hulkbuster, But I found the book for like $2. It's not bad condition at all. It's definitely could be flattened, and cleaned a little, but I mean not really clean, but just flattened down a little. But for like $2, I wasn't going to pass that up. I was really stoked to find that book. And it's just from, like you're saying, just watching videos that people show on YouTube, or if they post a picture of the book on Instagram. I forget about those books, And the other thing was funny is I went through a quarter bin box at one of my comic book stores, and there was a bunch of the New Universe books in there. Okay, I'm talking like from Spitfire to PSI Force to
and stuff.
Yeah, and Justice,
Eternity. Yeah.
And Night Mask. They had all those from the Universe series, and I remember when that came out, I was collecting some of them. But there is an issue. I do want to find a Spitfire because it's the first Marvel artwork done by Todd McFarlane. Like that was the first time Todd McFarlane did work for Marvel, was in a Spitfire issue. I won't say the number because I want to be able to find that book before it just completely gets out of the dollar bins. But I'll at least give the title. It's a Spitfire book. And now I'm on the hunt for that one because I do have in my collection, like the first appearance of Spawn that was gifted to me by Separify Comic Guy, was an amazing YouTuber. And then I do have, his first work published, which is in that Coyote issue. I think it's like issue 6 or 4 or something like that. So now I would love to have his first stuff done in Marvel. It'd just be cool to have those 3 bangers. So if I ever do send out a book, those would be the 3 I'd send for him to sign, because you don't see him signing those as much as you do like the Spawns and the Spider-Mans and,
right.
All that stuff. So it'd be more sentimental to me to have those slabbed and graded, and preserved. So that's what I'm on the hunt for right now. So hopefully I find it.
Yeah, Bad Avenger had a good point. He was saying, like he says, feels like if your vids aren't about the top 10, etc., no one really watches. And you know, like I guess that's true because I guess that's maybe why that, like, to me, I'm finding like people that like I like and like just watch the haul videos. Like that's why I love watching your guys' videos, and like Rigs is like, because they're hauls of stuff, you know.
Yeah.
And like I like people talking about the books, and you know that's why I think Bad Avenger is like one of my favorite YouTubers. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, he'll set up a book, and I always think it's funny because he'll be like, I'm gonna hit that 20-minute mark or 15-minute mark, but then he'll put up a book and talk like 10 minutes on it, and I'm just listening. I'm like 100% invested, and I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then, you know, but I like to hear information like that, you know, like, you know,
The only top 10 people I even watch is the House of Stein. I just enjoy his content, and I think he's a legit dude just from previous dealings with him years ago
Mm-hmm.
with the CBSI stuff. But anyways, so I do on Friday nights at 10 my time. They do a top 10 video, which, you know, it's whatever. It's not like he's telling you to buy these books, so I really don't get into that. But I like to see what books that are hot or whatever they deemed hot, like because he does Golden Age and you know a few other things that they're not top 10 is more interesting than the top 10
Mm-hmm.
because it's just random books that sold that you would like. You know, that's how you find out about some of the Kickstarter sales, you know, like stuff like that, because you're like, oh, that's a random ass book. Why did it sell for this much? But you know, that's the only one. That's the only top 10 that I even entertain myself with because I don't care.
yeah, I was gonna say, for me,
Yeah,
it's
I like
like,
to
I
do
can
weird
understand
random shit.
it's like I can see it being interesting, but like, I don't know. I guess for me, and I don't want to know how you guys feel about this, like, especially with like, I know Marvel is like really bad about it, and DC, I mean, probably just as bad, but like, I'm like, it's like, there's like fucking 5 new appearances like happening every week. You know what I mean? And it's just like, you know, and Marvel, like, don't get me wrong. I love me some Carnage and I love me some Venom. But if I see one more fucking symbiote pop out, like, I'm going to
Did you reserve your Venom boy?
and I don't even know what that
Venom
is.
boy.
I'm just like in disbelief, like, stop, please. Please stop.
I don't care if they have a Venom boy, but why name him Venom Boy?
Yeah.
Why not just freaking go with something else?
Venom
like-
Jr.
You know?
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, like, having Null is cool, and like having a few symbiotes is really neat. But like now, it's just like, you know, they multiply. You know, they just like pop off one of their little droplets on somebody, and you know, like. Like,
I wonder if they got.
Yeah, when I tried that, I went to jail.
Yeah. I wonder if they got that idea from Gremlins. Maybe.
Probably.
You know,
Yeah,
but it's just like, you know,
it was never
almost,
a thing, right?
Yeah.
It almost takes away this. It's almost like Venom and Carnage aren't special anymore.
Right. They're not. Because all of a sudden, like 30 years later, they're like, oh, we can just make our own all the time.
Yeah.
We can do everything. But, you know, because they were so unique during their heyday or, you know, whatever. But it's everything gets run to the ground when it comes to comics. And that's the whole thing is like,
Yeah.
they like find a niche that works and they're like, oh, let's just drive it to the freaking ground.
Yep. I think after a while, it's some of the stories just start to drop, and the only thing that's good about the book is the cover. I mean, you know, in most cases, I mean, there's only a few books. Like I have about maybe 5 books on my pull list, and that's it. And it's just, you know, like Spider-Man, Batman, Venom whenever it comes out, Daredevil, and what's the other one? Silver Surfer, maybe. I can't remember. But Catwoman, I don't put it on my pull list just because usually when I go to the LCSs that I go to, they're usually still on the shelf. Like they really don't fly off the shelf as much. And there's so many, I guess, printed of them, just depending on what the cover is. But, for the most part, if I see like a decent cover of Venom and I didn't get it in my pull box, then I might grab it just for the cover. But some of the stories are just kind of hinging a little, for me. So I almost just tend to just buy now, in some circumstances, the covers for the newer stuff. For the older stuff, I'm collecting that to complete a run and to also be able to finish a storyline that I started, and for me, I find more fun finding older books than I do buying newer books nowadays, but I still buy them.
Right.
I can't help it.
Yeah, shoot. Can't tell you the last. I know Pope had recommended the new Hulk series to me. I don't know how that. Are you still reading that?
Yeah, I haven't had time to read them, but I have them I have them lined up.
Yeah, it's issue 2.
I haven't read a superhero book in a minute, man, because Something is Killing the Children is the most recent thing I've actually read. I do want to read World Tree. Just because I like that how, the same writer, of course, and James Tynion is the fourth or whatever. So, I don't know what the other 3 were doing, but maybe they're writers too. But
I don't know why, but like every time I see his name, like I have to say it out loud. Like when I pick up a comic book, I'm like, oh, it's the fourth.
Yeah.
As in like a lord.
Where did I get a strange accent from? I dare declare this lord of the land is the fourth of his kind.
Oh, wait a second. No.
Yeah, that. As far as reading goes, I cracked open one of the Kickstarter books I just got in. I don't know if I know you guys probably aren't familiar with a little series called Brandy Bear.
Mm-mm.
It's the creator is Joe Pekar, or Pecker if you prefer that, but I'll go with Pekar.
Joe Pekar.
He does the artwork, and it's one of his creator owned things, but
oh man,
it definitely is a little more risque. Like it's not something I would recommend for children.
Oh, why not?
Well, there's lots of boobs, and they're not shark related.
Okay, yeah, then I can't read that book if it's not shark related.
I know, like it's. I don't know if your fascination with sharks is considered like a furry kind of situation. I don't know if they're called reptiles or amphibians or fish.
You like fish dicks?
On occasion.
You like Kanye West? Yeah, it's what is it? Ever since you've been putting out videos again, JP, you've definitely got me now inspired to look for bubblegum covers or bathtub covers, and I mean that in a good way, because it's just cool to find those books because you don't see them that often, and usually there's a story behind, like the cover itself kind of gives a story, especially with some of the bathtub covers, not bathroom covers. Sprigs, but most of the bubblegums, those are cool too. What I like to see though is like if there's like a lot of action going on in the back where you see like these people just going at it, and then there's just that one person popping a bubble. That's just hilarious to me, because it's like all that crap's going on. They're just like, oh, whatever, looked at their phone, But I tend to look for those books now. Yeah, what you got there? Bubblegum cover?
No, she has a cigarette.
Oh, you don't see that often.
No, it's this was another. I don't know if it's Kickstarter or it was a Kickstarter book, I think, or maybe just I don't know. It's Merc Publishing. That this is like their Jessica Rabbit.
Okay.
But she's got like a gun, and she's a zombie hunter.
Oh, that's cool. I like zombie books.
And this is a nice Shikari cover. I don't know if you're pretty familiar with Shikari. There's going to be a lot of Shikari covers on my comic wall once it's done.
Cool. Well, this is one of the
Oh
books
my
I'm taking.
God, we like
Yeah.
blur outs.
I did grab this book. It was $6, man. I'm like, damn it! But it's an
Yeah,
Adam Hughes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
it's this.
the Nort.
Yeah, so I'll get this one signed by him. This one here. I think it'd be pretty neat. You know, I mean, of course, I don't know if I'm going to read it, but I'll get him to sign that book. Because if I start digging through some of my boxes, I'm going to just want to start organizing. It's going to drive me crazy. So I'm just going to take that one. And then this other one I picked up. Is he playing peekaboo? The Liberty Meadows cover that Adam Hughes did.
Oh, that's awesome.
I didn't realize he did one.
Yeah, he only did one. And I found that out because I've been really hunting these books down now, and I think I need probably like 7 or 8 more for this run, and I'll have the whole run of Liberty Meadows. So I'll be putting out a video, of that soon, probably.
Didn't Frank Cho do a bunch of covers for
Oh
Liberty
yeah,
Meadows?
that's like
Oh yeah, that's
butter right there.
that's his bread and butter.
Was
I
that his,
can't like.
was that his book? Like, was that
Yeah.
his creator?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so like Frank Cho.
Wow. There we go.
Yeah. See, I told you I'm grabbing these like crazy.
I remember reading like the early back in late 90s or was it late 90s that book came out? Early 2000s?
I'm not sure. To be honest with you, I'm not sure. I just remember I found the last issue one time, and I kept going back and forth about grabbing it because it was pretty banged up. But I'm like, it's Frank Cho, so I grabbed it. And then after that, I just been coming across every issue, and I've been grabbing them ever since. And
I
I'm
can't
just trying
find
to
them
complete the
anywhere
run.
around here.
Really?
Yeah, like not a single one.
Well, then I know what I need to go hunting for then. If I find any extras, bro, I'll hook you up.
Like it's crazy. Like
Oop.
It's almost to the point where like I don't even look for it anymore because like.
Yeah, no.
It launched in 1997.
Okay. The one book, though, I don't think I showed a video for this one yet. I'll show it here. This book, man, Marvel Presents issue 175 is the last issue for this run. It's 175 issues, right? And I love these Marvel Presents because you always have 2 sides, 2 different covers and stuff. But this one, God, man, I did pay $24 for. I was kind of like, it's the first full team appearance of new Gen X. But
you sure it wasn't $2.49?
I wish, but see, no, the tag's right there. It says 24, and there's big old 24. This bad boy was hanging up on the wall at my LCS, and I just come walking in, and I'm gonna go grab my pull box and stuff. And I told them, I said, if this book ever comes in, throw it in my box. I want it, Like, okay, I will do that. So what they do, they had it hanging up, and I'm just sitting there, I'm just pointing like this.
You
And
son
my-
of a bitch.
Yeah, I'm just pointing at it like this, and he knows what I'm pointing at too. He knows, right? But he's talking to a customer, and he's just cracking a little smile. And then when he was done talking, he goes, "You want that book, don't you?" I said, "Hell yeah! Pull that sucker down now. I'm buying it. I'm not leaving the store without it, because now I'm only down to 6 issues left of that whole run. I'll have the whole thing from direct edition to newsstand, everything for that whole run. And I'm talking, I got doubles of almost each issue that Sam Keith did during that run. I got doubles of every issue that Barry Windsor Smith did for that, the Weapon X series,
Mhm.
So yeah, I was really stoked to find the last issue. So when I go to my Comic-Con, I'm hoping that the one comic book store that showed up there will be there again, because they had it where everything that was $10 and under would only be $1. So a $10 book they'd sell for $1.
Nice.
Everything else was 75% off, except their wall books. So I got there just real late, and the guy said, "Yeah, we just had a stack of Marvel Legend, Marvel Presents, and somebody already walked off with them." Like, damn it! But I found some cool, books I needed for my Silver Surfer run. So I'm hoping this year I can go there, and maybe find the last issue again, have at least 2 copies, because I like the other side of that book, the cover. It's I'm trying to remember her name. I don't want to pull this one out because it's nice Mylar. But yeah, I want to get another copy of that. And geez, let's see here. I got some Airboy books, which were great, but I found this one. I didn't have this cover for The Last Ronin,
Sweet.
and only paid $2 for it. So ain't bad. And it's not banged up either. It looked like it never even got touched. To be honest, I think my hands were the first hands to touch the book.
Oh,
So yeah, so I got that whole series.
your hands are gentle.
Yes, but this was the cover I was hunting down for a long time for Airboy, and I got it for 50 cents.
Nice.
So,
It almost looks like a Dave Stevens cover.
yeah, honestly, it is a Dave Stevens cover.
I was gonna say it is a Dave Stevens.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Well, it is Dave Stevens. Dave Stevens did a couple of covers for this run, and those are the more sought out covers to find. So I think that was probably the big reason why it was hard for me to find this book. But I found this at a toy swap meet, and the guy selling the books just happened to be a guy I know who hooked me up with the last issue to X Factor because he knew I needed it, and he goes to Comic-Cons all the time, and he went and got me that book and gave it to me. I was like, holy crap. So he had a couple boxes there, and I found that book. I found a bunch of other ones like St. John. I found some Star Slayer books, which this is the first appearance of Grimjack for this issue. Got it for 50 cents. And then I did happen to come across issue 1 and 2 for this series, which the number 1 is the origin story, first appearance of this, of Star Slayers, and issue 2 is the first appearance of Rocketeer. Yeah, I got both of those for I think it was $6.
You come across any of those Dave Stevens covers for cheap? Let me know, man.
Yeah.
Don't let everybody know.
Yeah, let this guy know.
Honestly, I've come across like the Liberty Meadows all the time. I see those out here. Star Slayers, I see that book all the time. If anything, I'll either see that in the quarter bins, unless it's a key issue. Then sometimes they'll just kind of put it in the back, but they'll bring it out later. Airboys, I find those all the time, and that's why I'm trying to complete that run as well. But here's that. I don't know. I can't remember if I showed it, but this was the one I bought. First appearance of Morbius.
Oh yeah,
I got that.
You might have shown that to us and right in our face. No big deal.
Well, no, I'm not trying to rub it in your face. I'm just saying, like, if I could do it, you guys could do it. You guys could find this book for cheap too if I did. I mean, come on, I'm not the only one that could find books cheap. Yeah. But it's like I couldn't believe this was just sitting there. It's got its issues, but it's complete and everything, and to get it for $1.35, I wasn't going to leave it,
Well, yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Even if it was your last dollar.
Yeah.
You're like, I got to get that.
Yep.
That's just wild. But, I don't really go hunting very much. I have a really nice LCS here. Like it's huge. They got all kinds of stuff, like back issues, like I'm on a mission. My friend Tony, E-Man Tony on Instagram, if you guys follow him, but he sent me a bathtub cover the other day from this obscure freaking title I never heard of. But I'm like, they have it on my comic shop for $2.50, but then you got to pay shipping, and I'm like, I'm gonna go check my LCS first before I buy it because no one's gonna buy the damn thing. It's $2.50 for a bathtub cover, like no one's really caught on to that niche yet. I think it was kind of my thing for a while. So
yeah,
there's a few bathtub covers out there that are worth hunting for. So I'm gonna go look at my LCS first next week or something and see if they have it because they don't price gouge there. This is kind of
right.
Nice. They got a huge ass, like their comic book wall is literally the entire perimeter of the shop. They have it up, like you can't reach it. They have to get it down for you. It's
right.
Like all the way around the whole entire shop. It's fantastic. And they got everything. There's so much J. Scott Campbell, Adam Hughes,
Michael Turner stuff,
early stuff like Grim Fairy Tales before it was, super popular or whatever. Grim, the
Mhm.
the first issues.
Yeah.
But anyways, they have tons of stuff, but
Yeah.
their
Next
back
time I
issues are also awesome.
Nice. Next time I go to it's called Nostalgia Comics. They're the oldest comic book store in Eugene. So when I get into Eugene, I always stop in there on Mondays. I'm hoping that he used to let me film in there before, but maybe I can go in there and I can film like what he has, and I can show you guys privately, but I have to do it like, of course, and there's not anybody else in there, it's to kind of
Right.
keep people out. But his store is set up like that too, and it's crazy because along the wall where he puts all the new books and it goes week to week, behind that is where he keeps all of his back issues. And he used to have a sister store out on the campus over at the U of O. And when they closed down, all that came to this store now. So, he's still going through stuff, going through boxes, trying to find things. And so if I go in there, though, and I ask him a book, he knows exactly where to look. And he'll let me thumb through there, or he'll just find it and go, here you go. Is this what you want? I'm like, yeah. And he doesn't price gouge either. He gives me fair market value price for the book. And he gives me good deals. I was going to show this one though. This, I believe you get this book with the toy, but it's the Venom Lethal Protector #6. Now this one's banged up. I mean, I definitely need to press and clean it, but I got this for 99 cents. But I already have this run, but I didn't have this one because the box is cleared out. I can't remember what they called this one, like the Mattel one, but I believe this came with the toy.
Yeah.
So that's why I grabbed it too. These books are more harder to find because if you do find these, they're usually jacked.
Yeah, they're all messed up.
Yeah, and this one, I mean, honestly, there's a crease in there, but it's not breaking color. So I know if I send it to my buddy, he flattens it out for me, it'd be like a brand new book. But I was stoked to find that one too for just 99 cents.
You showing any books tonight, Pope?
I can.
Yes, please do so.
If you want to. I can't show anything with my camera thing.
And I got this one too. I'll just show that one real quick. That's cool. I do dig these covers, man. I'm digging these Disney covers. The what ifs.
I guess I can show some of the.
Apparently, it's not just white covers that do this.
Yeah.
Surprise.
This one's cool too. The Doom surprise. That's a cool Doom cover. Awesome. Love Doom.
You guys ever see this artist? I don't know if you can see the book.
I can sort of see the book. Looks like she's the girl's sitting back, relaxed.
Well, the artist is Draxgal.
No, I never heard him.
Oh yeah, I'm familiar with Draxgal.
I figure you are because you support some of the similar Kickstarters I do. So, anyways, this is from the Sad Girl Psycho Baby #5.
Is that something that Mendoza was involved in? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, if you said Mendoza, bam, because of Riggedy Giggity, I know Mendoza.
Yeah. Another Shikari cover.
Oh, nice. I like that.
Yeah. There's one with I got some blue tape on there on one of them.
I was going to tell you there is a new Harley Quinn book out where she's popping a bubble. I got the book.
I did see that, but I got the one with her that Jenny Frison did with her in the bathtub. I did.
Oh, okay. I didn't see the bathtub one. I saw the bubblegum one, so I grabbed that one. I was hoping they had two because I was going to grab one for you, but then they only had one. So on some of those covers, if I'm too attached to it, it'd be hard for me to send it to you. But I'm always looking for two. But if it's one that's really rare, I'd rather send it to you than keep it myself because I know how much that's what you enjoy to collect. Just like anything with sharks, man. Send a Pope.
Well, I appreciate it for sure because I don't always see the stuff when it comes out because I don't do FOC. I don't really pay attention to hardly anything actually, and but there's some pretty nice looking Spider-Gwen covers that are out and about. So if you're into Spider-Gwen, but
I like Spider-Gwen.
Ji Hung Lee just did a cover. I think it's on. It might be coming out in September actually. But anyways, that's a pretty sharp looking book.
Like I say, I ordered some stuff from.
I
know I said I wouldn't order from these guys in a long time.
Which ones?
616. because they take forever.
They do, man. Remember the one time they lost their pallet?
Yeah. But I finally got my order in from them because they had a deal going, and like they had a lot of awesome books on sale, and like I mean like for like good prices. And
Well, they get some of the most badass covers, like Josh Burns covers, and
yeah,
Red Sonja, Vampirilla. That shit's nice.
well, I really dig this. You were saying Spider Gwen, and they had this the Shadow clones, but they have like the Peach Momoko
Oh, nice.
variants.
She's doing a CGC signing if you're interested.
Yeah, she's going to be at my Comic-Con.
Well, yeah, you don't have to worry about it. But if Pope wants to send something in the CGC, she's doing a signing. I think September 22nd is the cutoff date, if I'm not mistaken.
So with these Shadow clones, they have like all like the Sinister Six.
Those are sweet. I always kind of like the design variant. I think they're called.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy them.
Yeah, some of them are just freaking awesome.
Yeah, I not to step on his parade, but like I got this one.
Oh yeah.
What is it? The Death of Venomized. But see, I haven't seen those ones that you're showing. Those are sweet. Yeah, I get these every once in a while. I do like these. You know?
Yeah. That's what is that, Night Spider or whatever?
I believe so. I don't know. To be honest, I have no idea. To me, it looks like Black Cat with.
I think it's Black Cat.
Yeah.
But I think you went by Night Spider or something.
Yeah. You're probably right. I have no idea. I just got it was thrown in my box.
Don't call me Superboy.
But those are some nice covers though, Pope. I haven't seen those.
Yeah, I hadn't either. Were they all done by Peach?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Yeah, I got to figure out what books I want to take for her because I don't know how much she charges. I've never met her before, so.
I don't know if she charges for signatures at all, if I'm not mistaken, but maybe.
I figure the most.
I met her at a con this was like back in like 2009 maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And, I don't think she charged.
Okay.
It might be different now that she had that whole debacle earlier this year, whenever they had to get security because people were being F-tards.
Ass hats.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figure she might charge anywhere. If she did, maybe $5 or $10.
You're talking about Peach Momoko, yeah?
Yeah, uh-huh.
Okay, never mind. I was never mind.
Who are you thinking about?
I'm out of it. I was thinking of Jenny Frison.
Jenny Frison.
Oh, that's a nice book too, man. That's one of her new ones, isn't it?
Yeah, this is Alice Ever After.
Yeah, that was on last week's top 10.
It was.
Nice.
I think so.
Yeah.
It was,
I forgot to mention too. David Mack's going to be there, so I'm taking some of my Marvel Knights Daredevil covers. I need him to sign those. You know what I'm saying? Because I love his stuff.
I met him in Chicago, and he's such a chill dude.
Mm-hmm. And
there was no one at his table, so I just.
Are you serious?
I just started talking to him because I'm like, is this David Mack? Like the David Mack, right? And of course you see his art, and then he's like, I bought a book from him, and he signed it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I gave it away on one of our shows back in the day. But regardless, super chill dude, and I was like, I was just blown away that there was no one at his table.
Yeah,
it was just weird.
That's probably changed now.
I mean, that's super weird though, because
that was 2019.
The first Comic Con I went to in Lexington, I'm pointing over there like you guys know where it's at.
Yeah, it's over there.
Yeah, right over there.
But there was so many people, artists there. It was but Jay Lee, I thought I was gonna have to wait in line for a Jay Lee signature and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just chilling by himself, and man, there was just a whole bunch of people that I was just very Finch.
Mm-hmm.
He was there, and it was just I was able to just bullshit with him forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. I met him at the Dallas Fan Expo, but I had CGC was getting doing a thing with CGC, a signature series or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But he's a super nice guy.
Yeah.
And Greg, I was just saying, Greg Capullo, I thought his he had a line, but like it wasn't like I thought it was. These lines are going to be like wrapped around like the door.
Mhm.
No, like it was like it was. I mean, he had like to keep going through, but I mean, he took that amount of time to talk to you and shake your
Mhm.
hand and
Who's that?
autograph. Greg Capullo.
Oh, Greg Capullo. That's he's not going to be there, but Greg Rucka is going to be there as well. I want to get something done by Greg Rucka, get him to sign something.
Did Rucka beat Lazarus?
Mhm.
Was that him or was that that was Remender? Sorry, Remender.
No, I think Greg Rucka did a few Lazarus because I don't have it here, of course, but I do have a couple covers that he did.
Okay.
So
I think Rick Remender's a writer, correct?
Mhm.
He wrote Lazarus,
Mhm.
if I'm not mistaken. But anyways.
Yeah, then I'm hoping that Finch will be there, David Finch and Meredith Finch, because I have a couple of books for Meredith Finch I want her to sign, because I got her husband to sign a bunch of my books the last time I met them. Gosh, who was you just mentioned an artist a few minutes ago, Pope. It wasn't, oh God, because you said he didn't have that big of a line. Who was that artist again you mentioned?
Jay Lee.
Jay Lee, okay. Maybe it wasn't Jay Lee. God, who was it? But there was an artist. Oh, maybe it was Finch. Yeah, it was Finch. When I went to meet him for the first time, he didn't have that long lines of either, and I thought, God, his lines would be, going almost to the door. But he had a handler, and she was really good. Took the books. He was like $5 a signature. Oh, is that Betty?
Yeah.
Is that a Betty Page cover?
Betty Page by Lyrics Lee.
Nice.
I love Lyrics Lee. Like, I don't know. I just love her work.
Mhm.
I don't know. I have lots of Kickstarters that she did. I actually one that just got in the mail this week was called Steamy.
Steamy.
It's a shower cover, so I don't know if that counts as a bathtub or not. But
if there's a curtain, maybe.
it's going in that collection regardless.
Oh, that's nice.
Is that Carla Cohen?
It sure is.
Yeah, it is.
Nice.
I got this artist game on point.
On point. But I really dig this one though. This one's pretty awesome.
Oh yeah, that's Red Sonja, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I haven't seen that cover, but I did. God, now you make me want to go grab my Red Sonja books I just picked up.
Yeah, she has a really nice sword too.
Mm.
All right, so it's a good thing that I got 2 of them.
Look at him. 2 Spankies. Well, they probably didn't. They weren't Spanky books, but yeah.
Oh, they might be Spanky books, just not in the way you mean it.
Yeah, exactly. Kids, please cover your ears.
Well, I'm just gonna be like, yeah, one of them's yours, JP.
Yeah, all of a sudden, you're gonna see the lights in his room like dim down real,
Yes,
and you see one candle. Yeah,
The reason I have a green screen.
oh, the dark cover.
You see the pink cover?
It's a lenticular.
Right?
I Oh man.
I started watching. I watched Invincible, the animated series on Amazon.
It's
And I was
awesome.
like, as I used to love that book. Like, my son was named after the main character, so anyways, and I remember like how much I loved Adam Eve in the book, and watching the animated series, and then there's the animated Adam Eve special.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, dang, dude, I gotta get some Adam Eve covers, man. So I went to my LCS and found a couple of that back issues,
Nice.
So, but yeah, that's. I have a ton of stuff I could try to show, but it seems like it's more pain than anything. This is a nice bubblegum cover. I bet you've never seen.
Yeah, I can't see it. You might have to just put your screen up so I can see it better.
That's your favorite Street Fighter character.
That's right, Yuri. That's a hollow foil, so it makes it harder to see.
Yeah.
I think there's only 10 of these made.
That's a glow in the dark cover. It's a Pope special. Yeah, the one thing I've been doing lately too is I normally don't buy these because I don't have room to hang them. But when I do find these like little, poster kind of prints on cardboard. I'm sorry, Pope, you're showing something. Let me see that one.
Go ahead.
I usually get these, and I get them for like just a couple bucks at Goodwill stores. I got to save them. You know what I mean? Because it's like somebody had this, and then they just discarded it. I'm like, man, I collect this crap. So for $1.
I showed this book to Hazel Dan, and I don't know if you can see it or not. And she goes, "Oh, is JP starting a new collection?" I'm like, "That's Street Fighter." She goes, "I'm talking about those feet. You got feet covers, man."
Shark fins.
I'm like, "No, I'm not collecting feet covers. I draw the line at bathtubs and bubble gum." And
So you're not a feet guy.
No.
No.
What's happening?
What's that one?
This is Miles Morales. It's a Rose Bish.
Nice.
And these I thought were pretty cool.
Oh, the turtles. Yeah. They're kind of doing that border, right? Like the anniversary border on that one. Yeah, that's cool.
And they also had like the
Virgin. Nice.
And
What's
then
the publisher on that one? I'm sorry, what's the publisher on that one? Is that IDW or?
Yeah.
IDW. Okay.
And then the last one I got from the 616 is.
Ah, nice.
Is that Vampirilla's sister or whatever? Draculina?
I'm not even sure.
Oh.
I think this is
Is it like Draculina, and that's like a name for one of the?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think this is like the Cult of Dracula or State,
Oh.
maybe.
Well, it's Carla Cohen again. I see that.
Well, actually, it is Draculina. It's Draculina number 2.
You're welcome.
There you go. I'm just gonna start taking you with me to comic book stores and be like, "Hey, JP, wake up! You gotta help me find some books."
Oh,
I mean, it's kind of hard because Cohen does like the Cult of Dracula covers. He does like State and Draculina. So there's like 3 or 4 like vampire like covers that he does. So it's one of them.
So I have a Kickstarter book coming in, and it's Carla Cohen did one of the books for the run, or not for the run, but for the Kickstarter. But it's a self portrait of her as Spider-Gwen.
Really?
I don't know if you've ever seen Carla Cohen, but she's a very beautiful woman. It's Lucio Perillo's lady, like they're.
Oh, Perillo. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so she's Italian as well, or whatever, right? So, anyways, so I just did the Kickstarter just so I could get that freaking book, right? Because it's like she drew her self portrait as her cosplaying as Spider-Gwen or whatever.
If only I knew another artist that likes to draw herself.
I know a couple now. I can name drop one. Her first name is Sun. She likes to use herself as reference, apparently. So, and then there was I don't know,
a Natalie
Sanders that likes to use herself as a model, her own model. Which, hey, you know what?
I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just like
you want to really do it, and you know what? Maybe that's more common than we realize. But I mean, some of them, like Natalie, for example, she literally doesn't hide it very well. I'm like, if you've ever met her or know her,
I mean, you could just hold the camera up.
You just threw some freaking Harley Quinn outfit on her, and you're done.
But I mean, it kind of makes sense because if they need like a quick reference of like facial or something, like if you have a mirror right there, you could just,
I think Adam Hughes did that a few times too with his wife. Either Adam Hughes or Annie Granoff. One of those guys did that because my brother AG pointed that out one time, and I'm like, oh, okay. But then I started hearing like Adam Hughes does get inspiration from some brown chicken, brown cow kind of movies because like the facial expressions in it.
Oh, sure.
So I'm like, and it was funny. Somebody, yeah, some people were showing some comparisons from like a clip from one of those kind of films to a face that he did, and then kind of superimposed it over. I'm like, oh God, no.
I know Greg Land was a huge like he literally would just like basically take like a picture from like a Playboy or something, and then like
he was
basically just kind of draw like a costume over it or whatever.
Yeah.
Years ago, people they hated Greg Land's because that's literally what he was doing, right? He was just almost like tracing these ladies out of a magazine, and like I think he's one of his famous ones was a cover with the Sue Storm on it that was like taken out of one of those porn magazines or whatever. I don't know if you can say porn. I'll probably get a red flag or something, but
yeah, that's why I said brown chicken, brown cow.
Right. It's on my channel, so I own it, I guess. So whatever.
But I think what more people were pissed off. Like the only thing I didn't like Greg Land doing was that like he was like I didn't care really about him doing that. In fact, I thought it was like, hey, that's kind of smart. That's quick work. But what I didn't like him, he was using the same shit that he already basically stenciled or traced or whatever, and he was using the same exact. He was just like taking the different things and putting them in other comic books.
Gotcha, like changing the color of the hair and things like that.
Well, I mean, it would be like the same panel of like what, like you would just like change the hair color or something, or like they be in this, like you could just like take one panel from one comic book in issue 2 and go to issue 6, and then like he needed a character like in a lay down pose, and he would just use that same exact frame and just like do like the small little changes if like they had short hair or whatever. And it's like
I think that's more common now, especially with digital art. Because you as much as I like Josh Burns, if you look at some of his 616 covers he did with the Copper Tone, it's like one's Deja Thoris and the other one is Red Sonja, but it looks like the same exact cover, just change a few colors here and there. And I mean, I love this work, but I'm like, it's barely different.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Well, I mean, like sometimes it kind of depends, because it's like, like the Betty and Veronica, like if, I mean, Adam Hughes did it with like a cover of like, it's almost like them doing the same pose, but it's like, it's kind of like doing a team Betty, team Veronica.
Yeah.
Or like, it's like to me, it's just like a variant cover of like, them doing the same shit,
I think that's like, for me, with most artists now, like I think that's why I kind of really like Scotty Young a lot, because he really doesn't really copy too much of what he's already done. He's always come up with new kind of ideas to make make our superheroes look like little kids and doing stuff that can kind of make it go, oh, I remember doing that when I was a kid, falling out of a tree or something, or keeping something away from my brother kind of thing. And I just like his art because to me, it's simple, but then it's not, because if you really try to really draw Scotty Young, his lines aren't that easy to follow, but every once in a while I can get what he does sometimes and put it on paper myself, but I always like to try to change it up a little. Kind of like the shout out board that I did for you, it's like I was looking at Ron Lim's drawing of that Thanos, and I was like, ugh, this line, I can't do this line. I kept erasing. It was pissing me off. I figured, I'm just going to do something different. And I just tried it differently, and it started to work. I'm like, okay, I can do this. I can finish this project. And it's kind of like my newest shout out board. The picture that I took, it doesn't do it justice, because when I'm looking at it, the head doesn't look like it's getting stretched. And the picture I took looks like it's like the face is being pulled this way, and it's not. But it's starting to drive me crazy, though, because I'm looking at it and I want to change things up, especially when I draw women, because it's hard for me. But when I do look at original drawing from somebody, I try to do as best I can, but then I try to put my own little spin on it, and I never sell the stuff that I do because it's not something that I came up with. I'm drawing inspiration from something. But if I were to draw something my own that I can draw off the top of my head, it would be like Teenage Ninja Turtles. I can draw those all day because when I was younger, that's all I did. Was draw the Turtles, draw the Simpsons, draw, oh gosh, any Disney character, because that's what I did back in the day. So I can draw them doing different poses without having to look at something. But if you ask me to draw Captain America or draw Spider-Man, I want to look at a picture so I get an idea of how the body moves, and how they're making the body move. But yeah, I never try to take full credit for stuff that I got inspiration from. I try to put that artist's name along with that picture so people know where I got the idea from,
It makes sense. Like
Yeah.
You see them on the covers, they'll put after McFarlane or after Hughes or
Yeah.
whatever.
After Kirby.
I have a random G.I. Joe cover that says after Adam Hughes, and it's taken from the JSA classified #1 with the Power Girl floating in the air above the airplane, but it has nothing to do with it. All he did was use the airplane. like it has nothing to do with like that pose or anything, but he put in his little signature after Adam Hughes, and I was like, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get off here, boys.
Okay.
So I hate to stop a good thing, but unfortunately,
No, it's all good.
Parenting calls, duties call. Not that kind of duty.
Not that kind of duty.
Not that kind of duty. Children duty. But
I got to work on this glow in the dark cover.
Yeah, what do you do? The black cover.
I'll make it dark in here. You can hand me the book. There you go.
Oh.
Now you can't see me.
Yeah. This is my CSI crime scene cover.
Yep.
But hey, a huge shout out to everyone in the chat tonight. We really appreciate you guys watching and hanging out with us, and yeah, it was nice to do this again, and hopefully, I don't know, maybe we can do it again in the near future.
Yeah,
you guys are up to it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Definitely down to it, and I'll have a beer next time. Why not, dude? Have a beer.
That means I'm gonna have to buy beer.
Well, I'm gonna buy one. I'll just buy one.
I'll just buy one too. Then.
One big one.
Come in a big old boot.
Yeah, but Das Boot.
Das Boot.
JP's wall. Oh well, maybe Hazel Dan. Maybe if I can get. Yeah, I'll have to do some rearranging to make that happen. But hopefully I can get it done this weekend. We'll see, or at least before the next show. How about that? Like maybe in 2 weeks from tonight we could do another show if you guys are up to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. We'll aim for it. No promises. But yeah, anyways, I mean, I appreciate you guys joining me tonight as always. It's always good to see you, Tat and Pope.
Yeah, you too, man.
But until then, I guess we'll say our farewells.
Rock on, everybody.
Later. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Scissors.